Okay, in this podcast, I'm going to show you how to set up your Wix website with 000WebHost to turn in your homework each week. So I created a simple Wix web page here. I'll go ahead and go to edit. I think the template I chose originally was a photographer's template, and then just edit it uh, with an image over here, some text, and the Wix editor is pretty easy to manipulate to get your site going. And originally this had 3 or 4 buttons down here at the bottom, 3 or 4 tabs. I've brought it down to just one. I'm going to go to the pages area here to show you what I did here. The original Wix template had a picture or something over here. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one here. What you'll want to do is you'll want to add in a component text, or not text page, I'm sorry. You want to add in a HTML click on apps, go to HTML, and here you can size your page. Make mine like that. Okay, and I'll save that right now. And I'm going to go to the 000WebHost page I created, a site I created, concalphp.site40.net. When you log in and register the first time, you want to go to cPanel. And one of the first things you want to do is set your FTP password to something. Click on this change account password. It's got to be something different than the main account password for your username password for 000WebHost. What I did with mine, just added the Web290 to the end of my existing password. So here's my FTP site, username, and then the password I created. Everything's going to be uploaded into the public.html folder. But before we do that, let me show you the structure like I've been talking about the last few weeks. If you go down to the file manager area, there you go. So when you go into the file manager, you're going to have a public HTML, FTP quota, and do not upload here files. These 2 bottom files you can leave alone. Go into the public HTML. You will have a default file down here, default.aspx or something. You'll need to delete that. And you see I created 2 directories just to show you this example, week 2, week 3. To create a directory, create week directory, create directory button. I'm going to put in a couple more here. Week 3, week 4. So there's a few directories to start with. Okay. Now this first few weeks, most of the files that you'll be uploading will be 1 or 2, so you could actually use the file directory to upload your PHP files into your folders. They do have, I believe, also a interface for called another file manager. This one's supposed to give the ability to drag and drop files into So if I double click on public HTML, go into week 2, and choose file here. I'll go to my XAMPP folder for week 2. And remember, you're just uploading your homework assignment, not your lab assignments. Here's one. Upload the second one. Go up a folder directory. I'll go ahead and do the same for week 3. Let's do this for week 3. I'll switch to the FTP client. Here's the FTP information. It does recommend Smart FTP or FileZilla. FileZilla is a good one. There we go. So over here is my public HTML. Got my weeks 2 through week 4. I'm going to change the directory here to we'll do week 3. So there's my week 2 and week 3 content. I'll just stop there. So that's how you upload using your FTP to 000WebHost. And I use FileZilla. And it is a free download. So I'm going to go back to my Wix editor and show you how simple this is to edit. Remember, I added a app HTML, I believe. Clicked on this add. Scroll all the way down to apps, and I added an HTML. What I'm going to do is get this first page, or week 2 actually, working, then I'll duplicate it. So there's my settings. I need to go back to my 000WebHost and get my URL launch for my site. Alright, this way you're browsing the basically the root of your website. There's no main page, which you don't need because you're using Wix for that. You're just using the 000WebHost to pull the pages in. So there's my week 2. Open that up. And also look at the preview button to confirm it. Go back to your editor. Now what I'm going to do is go in and go back to the pages area, since I have page 2 working like I want it to. And I'm going to go in and just duplicate page 2 and put in here week 3. And keep doing that all the way through week 12, and then the final week. You have weeks 13 and 14 to work on your final. So I'll just do like weeks 2, 3, and 4, and then I'll also do, let's see, a final. And here it is right here. It is case sensitive on that directory. So let me go back in here and get rid of these. Week 4, and I'll make a final folder as well. And you don't have to have any content in there right now. You can just get your pointers to the page and then upload your content later as the weeks go on. So there's my week 2, week 3, week 4, and final. Let's go back to the wiki HTML editor here. Let's save and publish what we've got so far. So here is the page, home page, week 2, week 3. Week 4 is just a folder view, there's nothing in it, and also the final is also just a folder view of the index of that folder because there's nothing in it. When there's nothing in a PHP folder, it'll say index of whatever the folder name is and parent directory. If you click on parent directory, it'll take you back to the main folder view within your site. Okay? So that concludes how to hook up your Wix website to the 000 web host. Hope that helps.